Jeff starts now.
All right, the light rain showers out there now will linger into tonight and probably early parts of tomorrow morning. Nothing heavy out there, and it's going to stay all rain this time with temperatures hanging out generally in the 50s again today. Even warmer temperatures are on the way. Right now in Rhinelander, it's 51 with a northeast breeze around 6. That really came down from yesterday. Still a couple of gusts today near 20. Over in Wausau, it's 56 for you, so above average temperatures again with that northeast breeze around 6 or so. So around the Horn, you can see temperatures hanging out in the 50s over here, but there are 60s over there. We're going to make a run for 60 on Saturday for one day only before some big changes come our way. In fact, here's that trend. 52 tomorrow, Saturday 56-ish, and then the bottom falls out. A cold front's going to come through Saturday night. And so for the trick-or-treaters on Sunday, a high of 47, but dropping through the afternoon. And then those are highs generally in the 30s Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. So a big change is on the way. Warmer coats are necessary for you next week. Here we are now in Minocqua, a kind of cloudy, cool, rainy day, right? Across the general and entire area right now. This will continue tonight into tomorrow morning as there's just lots of moisture in the atmosphere right now. So the cloud cover, the moisture will keep the rain around tonight into tomorrow, but it will have a shelf life. It will get out of here as a defined back edge to this, to the west of us. That is moving our direction. It'll probably take all night and early tomorrow to get here, but still expect the rain to end later on tonight, if not early parts of tomorrow. Futurecast shows as well. So again, all light rain showers across the area tonight, but persistent for several hours. We'll keep the clouds around tomorrow as well as the rain comes to an end tomorrow morning. And the rainfall amounts look something like this. We're talking maybe a 10 to a quarter inch of rainfall. So by far not a heavy rain tonight in early parts of tomorrow. So our forecast then tonight, though, is cloudy skies, some rain showers out there, low temperatures down near 40. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
AutoGear has new Boss plows in their warehouse now. No waiting, no ordering. Always on-site Boss genuine parts and accessories. AutoGear, where they sell, prep, and service plows in-house. AutoGear, Rhinelander.
See what's become of me.
Spectrum Mobile now costs just $29.99 a month when you get 2 or more lines. $29.99? Yes, and you get everything. You get unlimited data and nationwide 5G. And all you're paying is, that's what I was going to say. And all this comes on a super secure connection. $29.99. I'm going to go. Are they crazy? Possibly. Are they going to change it? No, they already made the balloons. It's the best deal in mobile. Spectrum Mobile.
You collect salt and pepper shakers.
I have 4,000 sets.
Have you ever seen the show Hoarders?
You bet your life.
You were the youngest person ever to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel.
The undisputed king of the mist.
Yeah.
Where everybody has a story.
Is it illegal to go over the falls in a barrel?
Everything I do is illegal. And every big gamble.
We're going double or nothing.
Can pay off.
Weekdays at 1:30 on NBC 12.
AutoGear is your Boss dealer for plows and snow removal accessories, light and heavy-duty truck, tractor, backhoe, loader, skid steer, UTV, and ATV. AutoGear, where they sell, prep, and service plows in-house. AutoGear, Rhinelander.
We're backing up north at 4. It is Thursday. Again, recorded this on Monday. Headed down to Birmingham. It'll be my second time in Birmingham. It's a pretty lovely place, actually. I would recommend people visiting. But today we're going to continue our Historical Society Museum tour. I do want to shout out a few community calendar events. So, Sunday, everyone knows, is the Halloweening and the trick-or-treating, but Sprexel Slaughterhouse in Rhinelander is open from 4 to 9 on Saturday. So if you didn't get to Evil Falls, they're also open this weekend, actually. But if you didn't get to Evil Falls, or you did, and you want to try another one, Sprexel Slaughterhouse in Rhinelander is a good choice. Also, some trick-or-treating anomalies. Downtown Rhinelander, 2 to 4 on Saturday. Stevens Point, 3 to 6 on Saturday. And then pretty much everywhere else in this viewing area, Halloween trick-or-treating will go on as planned on Sunday. So like I said, we're going to continue our Historical Society Museum tour. Today we're heading up to the Land O'Lakes and checking out the Northern Waters Museum. Let's do that. Okay, let's start our tour of the Northern Waters Museum here in Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin. I'm here with Chris Tews, president of the local Historical Society. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm very excited to be here. Let's talk about, before we get into the museum, tell me about the physical structure itself.
This building was a former ski chalet, the Gateway Ski Chalet, part of the massive Gateway complex was built in the late 1930s. This building itself was built in like 1939, part of the whole Gateway complex, and it was located about 3 miles south on Highway 45. There was like the only hill in the area at which Mr. King, owner of the Gateway, capitalized on that and set up a ski hill there for downhill skiing. They also had a toboggan run there. And anyway, the building was a ski chalet, and it operated, I think it opened up right away in 1939, as fast as they could get it going. And it operated through early 1980s, I believe it was. Then due to people traveling out west more, the big hills up in the UP, and all the small ski hills in the area just kind of, fell into disuse. And so the building, the land sat there for a while, but then Mr. Ed Richter from Eagle River, Richter Ready Mix, bought the property for the sand and gravel that was in that hill. And they saw benefit to getting a hold of that. But he kept the building, and he also saw that it was such a beautiful log building. And he knew a little bit about the history, and so he contacted Town of Land O'Lakes. And I think at that time, the Historical Society was in its early years. Anyway, offered, to say to the town, well, would you like this building? So at that time, then a major fundraising effort was started, and a lot of people got involved, and they saw that this would make a nice museum. And so then, let's see, that would have been it was in 1997. I think it took like 3 years to get through the whole process of getting this building up onto wheels and to have to move it from Highway 45 up the highway and then through town and then back it in here, of which we do have photos inside in the story. That must have been something to see. That was before my time here. And then, so that was 1997, and then took them 4 years you had to do renovation. The fireplace the stones had to be dismantled because of the weight of everything. And but then after all this incredible renovation in 2001, the museum opened. In fact, next Tuesday is the 20th anniversary of the opening of this museum. So we're pretty excited. We're having a celebration next Tuesday.
That's really neat. I can definitely tell it has that ski chalet vibe, the big logs, and it's always neat to go in a museum and also enter into an old building with some significance. So I think that's a neat aspect.
And when we go inside, you'll get to see the big beams, the architecture, all of this, which I love, and it kind of reminds me of the big lodges in our national parks. And the Gateway Hotel, which is now Gateway Lodge, is same architecture. And we do have a sign right there, Carper and Turnquist. They were the local builders that built the Gateway Inn, the hotel, the ski chalet, the main buildings. So
very neat. Well,
yeah.
Let's actually go into the museum because you have some exhibits in there.
Yes.
We'll do that next time.
Attention homeowners in Wausau, north central Wisconsin. It's time to finally do something about that old, outdated bath. Mad City, your window and bath partner of the Green Bay Packers, is Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. Your trusted local source for baths, tub-to-shower conversions, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day. Infused with Microban antimicrobial protection to resist mold and mildew. It's our spooktacular savings event. Save $400 with interest-free financing for 6 months and a $25 Walmart gift card with estimate. The call during this program will double your savings. Save $800 on a new bath or shower with 12 months interest-free financing and double it to a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Plus, act now and get $250 in Mad City cash towards your next home improvement project. And ask about Mad City's Do More discount for extra savings on new EcoSky windows and custom kitchen cabinet refacing.
Everybody who's come over said that of course, it looks nice.
They've all been very impressed, and several have joked that they're just going to come over and start using our bathroom instead of theirs now.
Make a great impression with a new bath, shower, or walk-in tub from Mad City Baths, installed in as little as 1 day. With attractive wall patterns like sandalwood and white slate, add grab bars, shelves, and a new shower door. Mad City is A+ rated with the BBB, more than 50,000 satisfied customers. And now it's our spooktacular savings event. Save $400, get interest-free financing for 6 months, and a $25 Walmart gift card with estimate. But call during this program and double your savings. Save $800 on a new bath or shower, 12 months interest-free financing, and double it to a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Plus, receive $250 in Mad City cash towards future home improvements. Call 715-941-4238.
Thursday's community calendar on Up North at 4 is brought to you by Merrill Steel.
All right, we're now inside the Northern Waters Museum here in Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin. We talked last time about the building itself and how it's related to a ski hill in the area. But let's actually learn about Land O'Lakes, because it wasn't always called Land O'Lakes. How did this community start?
It started with the logging industry, really. And it first was known as State Line, and that basically had to do with when they got the railroad to come up and get rails up to the state line. And I'm sure everybody just started calling the state line. We're going up to the state line, and or they work up at at the logging camp up at the state line, and so there was a pretty significant mill town just west of here, about 1.5 miles west, eventually became called the town of Donaldson, and it was the Mason Donaldson Lumber Company out of Rhinelander that bought this in 1905 and really got that mill town going. They built like 20 new houses and hired a lot more workers, and so then I think the best way to showcase or show the evolution is that from like 1887 to 1907, the post office was called State Line, which also was, the name of the town. And then the mill town got going and became bigger than State Line, so therefore they wanted to get the post office moved out there because more people were living out there. And so from 1907 to 1919, the post office was out at Donaldson, the mill town. Got named after Mr. Donaldson from Rhinelander. But by 1908, there had been a major fire. The sawmill burned. They did not rebuild the sawmill, but some of the other operations continued. But then by 1919, they said, nothing's going on at Donaldson. We got to get the post office back into State Line, because actually that was growing. And so it wasn't until 1923 that the Postal Service approached the town of State Line and said, we've got too many state lines. Would you think of another name, for your town? And I think it was George St. Clair or maybe a couple other people that, anyway, they thought, well, everybody says we're going up to the Land O'Lakes, so let's call it Land O'Lakes. And that's how it got its name. And the actual township didn't change from State Line to the town of Land O'Lakes until 1948. Sometimes there's a little confusion there. But that's the kind of the history of how Land O'Lakes got its name.
Very cool. Okay.
Very cool.
Thanks so much, Chris. We're going to continue our tour next time. Wasn't always logging in Land O'Lakes. They had to adapt, and like many other places in the Northwoods, they decided to go into tourism. We'll learn more about that next time. We're back on Up North at 4, our tour of the Northern Waters Museum here in Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin. Last time we talked about the early history defined by logging, but eventually this area made a transition, and it was really defined by one resort, one complex. So tell me about that, Chris.
Well, again, it became a vision of John H. King, who is featured right behind you. He was the visionary of the building and development of the Gateway Resort Complex. And that was kind of common in those days, big resort complexes, everything, the golf course, the ski hills, a year-round recreation for winter sports as well as summer sports. And so for our first year, which was last year, for our exhibit, we featured the John King era. And that's what you see all through here. And now this year, we have moved into the second owner, which is Walt Williamson. And he came from Rockton, Illinois, and he had the Wagon Wheel Resort in Rockton. Actually very similar to the Gateway on an even larger scale. And it was with him that he put a second story onto the Gateway that added 56 rooms, but he also built just a gorgeous swimming pool with a glass ceiling, atrium-type atmosphere, tropical plants scattered throughout. And out of that formed a Gateway swim team. And it was mostly made up of, just local kids, two families, primarily the Lansbach family and the McCormick family. And at that time, Chuck McCormick was the manager of the Gateway then. And it was Mr. Lansbach, who was the head maintenance person, and his wife had been a swimming champion in her younger days, so she was lifeguard. So of course, and they had 7 kids. So they got all the kids in on the swim team, or at least they were all taught to swim. But and two of them became outstanding swimmers, and in college they went on to really successful swimming careers. And they're the 2 youngest, I think, and the daughter Wendy went on to become an Olympic champion at the 1976 Olympics. She got a gold medal in the relay, women's relay, and a bronze in, I forget which event, but 2 medals. And there's a plaque in our community garden across from the library honoring Wendy. But her sister Lori also was an outstanding swimmer, and probably would have been in the 1980 Olympics, except that's the year that the U.S. boycotted. But she did go on in 1983 in the Pan American Games to be a double, gold winner. So we're really featuring the swim team and just this wonderful success of, people who came from Land O'Lakes.
It's crazy how this is all intertwined. John King starts the Gateway. Williamson expands upon it, including a swimming pool, which leads to swimming champions from the Little Land O'Lakes.
There's just a lot of, exciting history here. I mean, in the John King era, President Eisenhower was a frequent visitor. Actually, it was probably more his brother Milton. But President Eisenhower came here, movie stars came here, Lawrence Welk, Bob Hope, Mitzi Gaynor, Arthur Godfrey, names that us older people will recognize. But that's, and then just, entertainment, big bands, entertainment, dancing. And at the time, too, when there was the Gateway Inn, it was, suit, coat, and tie, and women wore dresses. It was high end. So it must have been a really exciting time.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, very cool to learn about the history of the Gateway. Next time on our tour, we're going to visit a smaller portion of the museum and a local legend, Barefoot Charlie. We'll be right back.
Give your home Oklahoma Fresh Update and save big money with Mohawk Tile from Menards. Mohawk features a large selection of beautiful and durable ceramic, porcelain, mosaic, and glass tile. Get the job done right with professional quality tile installation products from Tech. Menards carries Tech mortar and grout to work with all floor and wall tile sizes and types. Get 11% off Mohawk Tile and Tech installation products now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside, but if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true, with diabetic retinopathy, excess sugar can damage blood vessels, causing vision loss or even blindness. So remember this, now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is important to your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Visit nowic.com and take control of your sight.
Why choose People's State Bank? It's just really refreshing to know we've got a hometown bank that is really in our corner and willing to walk with us, whatever we have to walk through. People's State Bank, you are one of our most cherished supporters in this endeavor. Without your support, we couldn't be who we are.
Make People's your choice. Stop by a location today or visit us online at bankpeoples.com.
All right, our final stop in the tour of the Northern Waters Museum here in Land O'Lakes. Many of you recognize the star of our former Land O'Lakes pieces, Sandy Garbarek. It's nice to meet you in person, Sandy.
You too.
So let's talk about a character, the character of Land O'Lakes. Who is that?
Barefoot Charlie. This is our feature of Barefoot Charlie in our museum. Everyone loves to come and see this feature and learn about Barefoot Charlie. As you can see from all the pictures, that is Barefoot Charlie. He was over 6 feet tall, very, very tall. I don't know the size of his feet, shoes. I always wanted to find that out, but didn't. But as you can see, he has very big feet, and he loved to go barefoot.
So I need to learn more about this guy. What made him such a character besides just the bare feet?
Well, he, of course, built Barefoot Charlie's, which is right here. That picture right here is Barefoot Charlie's. He built that himself. He got logs from up the Wisconsin River, brought them down the river. He's used all the logs, the twigs, everything to build that wonderful complex that he built. There's a great fireplace, as you can see, that he had inside of there. He also had a slot machine inside of a bear that was featured in his establishment. As you can also see, all the bar stools are made out of logs, which was really unique and different. The taps actually came out of that tree, which is also really unique and different. When I was younger, it was after Barefoot Charlie no longer owned it. I did have the opportunity of going in there and spending some time in there, having a few beers. You know, when you're 21, you can do that.
Yeah, right.
Yes. And it was just really unique and different. A lot of people got married there because he added on a really nice dining room, and people had wedding receptions there also.
An industrious guy, a hardworking guy, and safe to say there's no other bar like this, no other person like this in the world.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Besides being barefoot, and that's why everybody just loved him. He wore shoes when no one was looking, though, I believe. People would buy him shoes, and then he would just turn them back in and take the money.
Well, I think we should all go barefoot maybe next week in honor of Barefoot Charlie, and we're celebrating the museum as well. So tell us one more time on Tuesday what's going to be happening.
Okay, from 1 to 3, we're going to have the celebration of the museum being open. 20 years it's been. So this is great opportunity. Please come and see. It's going to be here right at the museum. And if you have any questions, you can always call our museum line. and I don't know the number by heart, and I'm going to say that I don't. But anyway, to see all of this that's in here, whether it's be Barefoot Charlie's or where we came from, how Land O'Lakes got its name, or Kings Gateway, it's all featured here. Please come and see us.
Okay, well said, Sandy. Thank you, Sandy, and thank you, Chris, for showing me around the Northern Waters Museum in Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin. Definitely check it out. We'll be right back.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
At PC Mobile, we're here to help. Ready to purchase a new computer, tablet, or phone? Or do you need to get your current machine up and running? Diagnose, repair, upgrade, or replace, we can help. PC Mobile, your electronics experts in downtown Woodruff.
Hi, I'm Chris Core from Langlade Ford. When I want the forecast for Antigo, I go to WJFW.com for all my hometown weather.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
In many communities, a good name goes a long way. That's why Merrill Steel strives to make our reputation as strong as the structures we build. Our employees, their loved ones, and our community are important to us, so we want to do as much as we can for all. By being committed to our community, we aim to prove that Merrill Steel cares. Come check us out at 900 Alderson Street in Schofield or online at merrillsteel.com.
Something scary is happening on Wheel.
Haunted, vampires, monsters.
It's Wheel-O-Ween week.
We should be terrified.
With creepy tales
One time I dressed up as...
you won't expect.
It worked. It was pretty good.
I bet she got lots of candy.
And big wins.
40,000. Wow.
You won't forget. It's a spooky week.
In our house, we lower the voltage on our electric fence. We take it down to stun.
On Wheel.
Happy Halloween.
Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 6:30 on NBC 12.
Need a lift? Furniture and Mattress USA and Lazy Boy Comfort Studio of Antigo has your chair. Shop over a dozen different styles, sizes, colors, and features. Quality lift chairs from Lazy Boy and others, all long-lasting, smooth, quiet operation with sizes for everyone and every room. If you like it, buy it and take it with you. It's yours. You can view all new styles on Facebook Marketplace, posted weekly. Visit Furniture and Mattress USA and the Lazy Boy Comfort Studio, Highway 45 North in Antigo, open 7 days.
All right, guys, with temperatures dropping this weekend, looks like frost is possible.
Yeah, definitely, especially over the weekend looking into Sunday.
Yeah, air pollution might be a problem too, as we have a little bit of an inversion.
Hey guys, what's the weather like today?
Yeah, so the bombogenesis has really messed up the plots, so we'll have to use the quasi-geostrophic omega equation to calculate your forecast.
We have a 30 millibar negatively located row that's going to be having a trajectory of 050 this year.
It's gonna rain.
Got it. Thanks, guys.
That's what I said. You heard me say that, right?
Weather Watch 12, from where you live. Thursday's community calendar on Up North at 4 is brought to you by Merrill Steel.
All right, hold on for Jeopardy, but first, looking outside now here in Minocqua, lots of clouds. The pavement is still dry in Minocqua, but there are some rain showers not too far away from the area right now. They'll be in our neck of the woods tonight into and throughout the day tomorrow too. So if you're heading out tonight, expect some rainy weather into tomorrow morning. Lows down near 40, so all rain tonight, no snow. And we'll be back with you at 5 o'clock with more news.